No, you're exactly right, Chris. If you
Yeah,
take an orange seed and you squeeze it between your thumb and your finger,
yeah,
you can direct that orange seed to squirt out the left side of your pinch grip or the right side. It depends on how you bias the force. So
right.
it's hydraulically driven.
I see.
So the nucleus of the disc, which is a gel, if you keep flexing forward, it pushes and squeezes that hydraulic fluid, if you want to consider it such.
Yeah,
It's going to uh, through hydraulic stresses of bending forward, push it out the back.
yeah,
Then the collagen, which makes up the rings of the annulus, it will destruct and delaminate at the site of highest stress. I mean, that makes perfect sense. So you can then reconstruct what the stresses were looking at the nature of the damage. Now, in order to get to that level, you would have to have a medical image like an MR or a CT. But without that, certainly you could replicate those postures and movements. And you've seen my assessment DVD on some of the
hmm,
mechanical based assessment exercises, very specifically probing different postures and loads to really isolate what that
y-
specific damage is causing in terms of specific pain.
yeah. So I guess a sort of a very simple solution for maybe just general people who who experience their back pain, I guess an easy way for them to um, not so much overcome it, but at least sort of ease it or reduce it, is to maybe identify the postures that they're creating pain in, and sort of come out of those postures and stay in sort of a, what would I would call like a neutral posture. Would that make
Well,
sort of sense?
it might be a neutral posture, it may not be, but let's,
Hmm.
if we replace that term with the resilient posture.
Right, I see.
Now that resilient posture, that might change, and
Hmm.
it will change throughout the day, and it changes depending on the loading history for the day.
Yeah.
For example, if I asked you to get up in the morning, touch your toes, and then go out kayaking in a canoe,
Hmm.
I suspect that your resilience to that would depend on if you did something else first. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, right,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
Hmm.
yeah. So it's simple, but it's complicated.